Oh, darling, come with me. Let us take a little trip, just you and I, to a place where the heart sings and the soul feels truly alive. Italy. The very name is a whisper of romance, a promise of beauty that has echoed through centuries. It is a country that doesn't just welcome you. It embraces you with the warmth of 1,000 suns and the passion of a grand opera. We are not just visiting a place on a map. We are stepping into a living, breathing storybook, where every cobbled lane, every sun-drenched piazza, and every smiling face has a tale to tell. It's a land where life is lived out loud, in the most glorious, colorful, and utterly delicious way. Imagine for a moment the gentle caress of the Mediterranean breeze on your skin. Picture the golden light of late afternoon, bathing ancient stones in a honeyed glow. This is Italy's first gift to you. It is an invitation to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be. Here, the art of doing nothing is not a sign of idleness but a cherished philosophy. It is in the lingering over a morning espresso, the unhurried stroll with no destination in mind, the shared laughter that spills from a trattoria into the evening air. This is a journey for the senses, a feast for the eyes, and a balm for the spirit. From the dramatic peaks of the Dolomites to the shimmering turquoise waters of the Amalfi Coast, Italy presents a spectacle of such staggering variety that it leaves you quite breathless. It's a country stitched together with threads of history, art, and nature, each region a unique patch in a magnificent quilt. One day you might be standing in the shadow of the Colosseum, feeling the weight of millennia, and the next, you could be lost in a fragrant lemon grove overlooking the sea. It is this constant, delightful surprise that keeps you utterly captivated. Italy is not a single note, it is a grand, sweeping symphony, and we are about to listen to every glorious chord. So pack your lightest suitcase but your biggest heart. Leave your worries behind and bring only your curiosity and your appetite for life. We are embarking on a journey not just across a country, but into a feeling of joy, of wonder, and of belonging. It is the feeling of the sweet life, and it is waiting for us with open arms. Italy is more than a destination. It is an experience that changes you, that stays with you, long after you have returned home. Let us begin, shall we? The adventure is just getting started, and it promises to be simply marvelous. Let us begin our exploration with the very earth beneath our feet, the magnificent canvas upon which Italy's story is painted. The landscapes here are not merely backdrops. They are characters in their own right, each with a distinct personality and a powerful, emotive presence. Look north, to the mighty Dolomites and the Alps, their jagged limestone peaks piercing the brilliant blue sky like giant, pale cathedrals. In winter, they are draped in a blanket of pristine white snow, silent and majestic. In summer, they burst into life, with emerald valleys and meadows carpeted in wildflowers, the air crisp and clean, and the sound of cowbells echoing gently through the hills. It is a place of profound peace and staggering grandeur. Travel south and the landscape softens, melting into the rolling hills of Tuscany and Umbria. Oh, this is the Italy of dreams. It is a gentle, undulating world of greens and golds, where rows of cypress trees stand like elegant sentinels along winding country roads. Ancient olive groves, their leaves shimmering silver in the breeze, climb the hillsides towards honey-colored farmhouses and medieval hilltop towns. The light here is extraordinary, a painter's light that seems to make every color more vibrant, every shadow deeper. It is a landscape that invites you to wander, to get lost, and to discover a hidden vineyard or a forgotten chapel around every bend. It is utterly, heartbreakingly beautiful. And then there is the coastline. A coastline of such astonishing beauty and variety that it feels as if it were sculpted by the gods themselves. Think of the Amalfi Coast, a ribbon of road clinging precariously to dramatic cliffs that plunge into a sea of impossible blue. Colorful villages tumble down the rock face, their houses clinging to one another like clusters of jewels. Or journey to the sun-bleached shores of Puglia, where the Adriatic and Ionian seas meet, and the water is so clear you can see the pebbles on the seabed. And we must not forget the islands, Sicily and Sardinia, each a world unto itself, with rugged interiors, ancient ruins, and beaches of powdery white sand. From the fertile plains of the Po Valley, the nation's breadbasket, to the volcanic, brooding presence of Vesuvius and Etna, Italy's geography is a constant source of wonder and drama. It is a country shaped by fire and water, by mountains and sea. Each region offers a different perspective, a new vista to take your breath away. Whether you are gazing across a tranquil lake in the north, surrounded by opulent villas, or standing on a rugged Sicilian clifftop, the sheer raw beauty of the land connects you to something ancient and powerful. This is a country that you feel not just with your eyes, but with your entire being. Now close your eyes for a moment. Breathe in. What do you smell? In Italy, the air itself is alive, carrying on its currents a rich tapestry of scents that tell the story of the land, the season, and the time of day. It is an experience so immersive, so utterly intoxicating, it becomes a memory all its own. In the morning, it is the deeply satisfying roasted aroma of coffee beans, drifting from countless little bars as the nation awakens. It's a scent of promise, of a new day beginning, mingling with the warm, yeasty fragrance of freshly baked bread of cornetti and pain being pulled from the ovens. It is the smell of community, of daily ritual, of simple, life-affirming pleasures. Wander into the countryside and the perfume changes. In Tuscany in the spring, the air is thick with the sweet, heady scent of wisteria and jasmine, climbing over ancient stone walls. In the south, along the Amalfi Coast or in Sicily, it is the zesty, uplifting fragrance of lemon groves, a scent so pure and vibrant it feels like bottled sunshine. Then there is the earthy aroma of the land itself, the rich soil of the vineyards, the herby perfume of wild rosemary and thyme crushed underfoot as you walk a dusty path, the sweet smell of sun-ripened tomatoes still on the vine. These are the scents of nature's bounty, the very essence of Italian cooking. Of course, we must speak of the sea. The Italian coastline has a scent that is utterly unique. It is not just salty. It is a complex perfume of brine, of sun-baked rocks, and of the faint, sweet smell of seaweed drying on the shore. On a harbor front in a place like Naples or Genoa, this is blended with the more industrial, yet somehow romantic smells of diesel from the fishing boats and the fresh, clean scent of the day's catch being brought ashore. It is a smell of hard work, of tradition, and of a deep, abiding connection to the vast blue expanse that has shaped Italy's destiny for centuries. It is the scent of adventure and of nourishment. And as evening falls, a new symphony of aromas begins. The air fills with the tantalizing smells of cooking. Garlic and olive oil sizzling in a pan, a rich tomato ragu simmering for hours, the smoky char of a pizza baking in a wood-fired oven. These are the scents of conviviality, of family and friends gathering to share a meal. They are interwoven with the bouquet of wine being poured into glasses, the fruity notes of a Chianti, the crispness of a Pinot Grigio. The perfume of Italy is a constant, delicious companion on your journey, a powerful trigger for nostalgia that will transport you back here long after you've left. To travel through Italy is to feel everything more intensely. It is a country that bypasses the mind and speaks directly to the heart, stirring a cascade of emotions that can take you quite by surprise. The first and most overwhelming feeling is often one of pure, unadulterated wonder. You will find yourself standing before the Colosseum in Rome or Michelangelo's David in Florence, and a profound sense of awe will wash over you. It is the realization that you are in the presence of genius, of history on a scale so grand it is almost incomprehensible. It is a humbling experience, a reminder of the incredible heights that human creativity can reach. This is not just seeing something, it is feeling the weight and glory of civilization. Then, there is an infectious, bubbling joy that seems to permeate the very air. You see it in the passionate gestures of a conversation in a piazza, you hear it in the music that spills from an open window, and you taste it in the food that is prepared with such love. Italy encourages you to embrace happiness in its simplest forms. The pleasure of a perfect scoop of gelato on a hot day, the beauty of a sunset over the Venetian lagoon, the warmth of a stranger's smile. It is a country that gives you permission to be joyful, to celebrate the moment, and to find delight in the small, everyday miracles of life. It's a feeling that is wonderfully liberating. Alongside the joy, there can be a gentle, sweet sense of nostalgia, a feeling the Italians call. This is not a sad longing, but a warm, wistful affection for a past you may not have even known. It comes upon you when you wander through the ruins of Pompeii, imagining the lives that were lived there, or when you stroll through a sleepy medieval village where time seems to have stood still. You feel a connection to the generations who have walked these same stones, loved these same views, and lived their lives with the same passions. It is a beautiful, melancholic feeling of being part of a long, unbroken human story. And finally, there is a profound sense of peace. Despite the exuberant energy of its cities, Italy offers countless opportunities for quiet contemplation and restoration. Find a bench in the Boboli Gardens, sit by the tranquil waters of Lake Como, or find a quiet corner in a sun-drenched cloister. In these moments, the noise of the world fades away, replaced by the gentle hum of nature and the steady rhythm of your own breathing. It is a chance to reconnect with yourself, to feel a sense of calm and contentment that is all too rare in our busy lives. Italy holds you, soothes you, and sends you home with a heart that is wonderfully, gloriously full. Oh, the food! To speak of Italy without rhapsodizing about its cuisine would be a crime. Here, food is not merely sustenance, it is a religion, an art form, a language of love, and the very heart of family and social life. The beauty of Italian cooking lies in its simplicity and its fierce devotion to the quality of its ingredients. It is about taking a few perfect things, a sun-ripened tomato, a sprig of fresh basil, a drizzle of golden olive oil, and allowing them to shine. Each region boasts its own proud culinary traditions, a delicious map of flavors waiting to be explored. It is a journey for your palate as much as for your soul. Let's begin where many an Italian meal does, with pasta. Forget what you think you know. In Italy, pasta is a universe of shapes, textures, and sauces, each one perfectly matched. In Rome, you must try the Holy Trinity. Cacio e pepe, a deceptive masterpiece of cheese and black pepper. Grisha, its cousin with crispy guanciale and the rich tomato-based amatriciana. Journey to Bologna, and you will find the true ragu alla bolognese, a slow-cooked meat sauce of incredible depth served with fresh egg tagliatelle. Head south to Naples, and you will discover the birthplace of pizza, the simple, perfect margherita, a tribute to the colors of the Italian flag. But it is not just about pasta and pizza, darling. Think of the glorious antipasti platters, laden with paper-thin slices of prosciutto di Parma, salty pecorino cheese, glistening olives, and artichoke hearts marinated in oil. Imagine a perfectly grilled sea bass, fresh from the Mediterranean, drizzled with lemon and herbs, or a hearty bistecca alla Fiorentina, a thick T-bone steak grilled over charcoal, a carnivore's dream. And for dessert, how can one resist a creamy, coffee-soaked tiramisu, a wobbly sweet panna cotta, or a crunchy ricotta-filled Sicilian cannolo? Every course is a new delight, a new reason to celebrate. And what is a meal without wine? In Italy, wine is as essential as water. The vineyards that carpet the hillsides produce an incredible array of world-class wines. From the rolling hills of Tuscany comes the noble Chianti Classico, the perfect partner for red meat and pasta. From Piedmont, we have the powerful and complex Barolo, the king of wines. For a crisp, refreshing white, look to the Pinot Grigio of the Veneto or the zesty Vermentino from Sardinia. And for a little sparkle in your life, there is nothing quite like a glass of Prosecco, preferably enjoyed in a sunny piazza, watching the world go by. Salute. Italy is a treasure chest, and its cities are the glittering jewels within. Each one possesses a unique character, a distinct soul, and offers a completely different kind of magic. While there are hundreds of beautiful towns, there are 5 that stand as grand dames, essential stops on any Italian odyssey. They are the cornerstones of art, history, and culture, and to know them is to begin to understand the complex, captivating spirit of this extraordinary country. We must start, of course, with Rome, the Eternal City. Then we shall drift north to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, before losing ourselves in the watery labyrinth of Venice. After that, we dive south to the vibrant, chaotic heart of Naples. And finally, we end in the stylish, modern metropolis of Milan. First, Rome, a city of epic proportions, where the ancient world collides dramatically with the bustle of modern life. It is a living museum, a place where you can turn a corner and stumble upon a 2,000-year-old temple nestled between a gelateria and a fashion boutique. The sheer scale of its history is dizzying. The grandeur of the Colosseum, the whispers of emperors and the Roman Forum, the celestial beauty of the Pantheon. Rome is power, passion, and history written in stone and marble. It is a city that demands your attention, that challenges you, and that ultimately, completely seduces you with its chaotic, magnificent charm. Then there is Florence. If Rome is about power, Florence is about beauty. This is the birthplace of the Renaissance, a city of such concentrated artistic genius it can make your head spin. Here you can stand in the presence of Michelangelo's David, gaze upon Botticelli's Venus at the Uffizi Gallery, and marvel at Brunelleschi's magnificent dome, which dominates the city's skyline. Florence is more intimate than Rome, its streets a walkable tapestry of artisan workshops, leather markets, and elegant piazzas. It is a city of grace, intellect, and breathtaking artistry, a testament to what humanity can achieve when it reaches for the sublime. Next, we float into Venice. There is simply no other place on earth like it. A city built on water, a maze of canals and bridges where gondolas have replaced cars, and the sound of lapping water is your constant companion. To get lost in Venice's narrow alleyways, to emerge suddenly into the vast expanse of St. Mark's Square, is one of life's great travel experiences. It is a city of impossible romance, of shimmering reflections, and of a beautiful melancholic decay. Venice is a dream, a fantasy made real, a place that captures your imagination and refuses to let go. And we must not forget Naples, the raw, beating heart of southern Italy. Overlooked by the brooding Mount Vesuvius, Naples is a city of exhilarating chaos, of grit and grandeur. It is vibrant, noisy, and unapologetically alive. This is the home of pizza, a place of incredible archaeological treasures from nearby Pompeii and Herculaneum, and a city with a soul that is as rich and complex as its history. Finally, we arrive in Milan. Italy's capital of fashion and design, Milan is sleek, sophisticated, and forward-looking. It is a city of high finance and high fashion, but it also holds treasures like Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper and the magnificent Gothic Duomo. Milan shows us the modern face of Italy, a nation that is as innovative as it is historic. In these grand cities, it is the specific personal experiences that etch themselves into your memory forever. These are the moments that transform a holiday into a pilgrimage of the heart. In Rome, the experience is one of time travel. Imagine rising at dawn before the city truly wakes and having the Trevi Fountain almost to yourself. Tossing a coin into its turquoise waters, the thunderous sound of the cascades echoing in the quiet square, you make a promise to return. Later, you might wander through the ruins of the Roman Forum as the golden afternoon light streams through the ancient columns, feeling the ghosts of senators and citizens all around you. It's a profound connection to the past that feels incredibly personal and deeply moving. In Florence, the unforgettable moment is often an intimate encounter with art. It is not just about seeing David, but about the quiet moment you spend looking up at him, marveling at the perfection of form, the emotion captured in marble. Or perhaps it is finding a lesser-known masterpiece by Fra Angelico in the quiet convent of San Marco, away from the crowds where the art feels as if it was painted just for you. The experience culminates in climbing to the top of Brunelleschi's dome. As you emerge into the open air and gaze across the sea of red-tiled roofs, with the Tuscan hills in the distance, you feel a sense of triumph and an overwhelming appreciation for the genius that built this city. Venice offers moments of pure, ethereal magic. The quintessential experience, of course, is a gondola ride, but it is not just a cliché, it is truly special. Drifting silently through the narrow back canals, away from the bustling Grand Canal, hearing only the gentle splash of the oar and the gondolier's occasional song, is to experience the city as it was meant to be. Another unforgettable moment is witnessing the sunset from the Rialto Bridge, watching the light dance on the water and the grand palazzos glow in shades of pink and orange. It is in these quiet, watery moments that Venice reveals its romantic, mysterious soul to you. In Naples and Milan, the experiences are of a different, but no less powerful nature. In Naples, it is the simple, perfect joy of eating a pizza in the city where it was born. In a small, unassuming pizzeria in the Spanish Quarter, the dough chewy and charred, the tomato sauce sweet, the mozzarella creamy, it is a culinary epiphany. In Milan, the memorable experience might be more contemporary. It could be window shopping in the glamorous Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, Italy's oldest shopping mall, feeling the buzz of modern Italian style. Or it could be the spiritual experience of sitting in the audience at the legendary La Scala Opera House, even if you don't understand a word, just to be part of that incredible tradition. Ultimately, a journey through Italy is an emotional one. It is a country that doesn't just show you things, it makes you things. It has a way of peeling back the layers of your everyday self and reconnecting you with a more passionate, more expressive, and more joyful version of who you are. The Italians call their country the beautiful country. But the beauty they refer to is not just in the landscapes and the art. It is in the way of life, in the values that underpin the culture, the importance of family, the sanctity of a shared meal, the appreciation of beauty in all its forms, and the understanding that life is a gift to be savored. This emotional resonance comes from Italy's profound humanity. It is a country built on a human scale, despite its grand monuments. You feel it in the bustling local markets, where vendors greet you with a warm buongiorno and take pride in their produce. You feel it in the piazzas, which are not just architectural spaces, but outdoor living rooms where people of all ages gather to talk, to flirt, to play, and to simply be together. This constant, vibrant display of human connection is infectious. It reminds you of the importance of community and makes you feel, even as a visitor, a welcome part of it all. There is an authenticity to Italy that is deeply moving. It is a country that is comfortable in its own skin, proud of its history but not trapped by it. It embraces its contradictions, its chaos and its serenity, its ancient traditions and its modern flair. This honesty is refreshing. Italy doesn't put on a show for tourists, it simply is what it is, and it invites you to take it or leave it. This lack of pretense allows you to have a genuine experience, to connect with the real country, not a sanitized version of it. You leave with a sense of having touched something true and enduring. And so, the journey becomes a part of you. The colors, the flavors, the sounds, and the feelings are absorbed into your being. You find yourself longing for the taste of a real espresso, the warmth of the Mediterranean sun, the sound of church bells in the distance. Italy teaches you to see the world with new eyes, to appreciate the artistry in a well-made shoe, the history in a crumbling wall, the joy in a shared bottle of wine. It is a love affair for the senses and the soul, an experience that enriches you and leaves you with a heart full of beautiful, indelible memories of the... And so, our little journey together must draw to a close. But the magic of Italy is that it never truly leaves you. It settles in your heart like a warm, glowing ember, a beautiful memory that you can revisit whenever you close your eyes. We have walked through ancient streets, gazed upon divine art, tasted food made with love, and felt the entire spectrum of human emotion, from awe-inspiring wonder to simple, quiet joy. We have breathed in the scent of lemons and jasmine, and listened to the symphony of life in the piazzas. It has been an absolute privilege to share these moments with you. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for coming along with me, for lending me your time and your imagination, and for allowing me to share my deep affection for this incredible country. I hope that these words have painted a picture vivid enough to transport you, even for a little while, to the sun-drenched hills of Tuscany or the romantic canals of Venice. I hope you have felt the passion, the beauty, and the warmth that make Italy so utterly unique and so endlessly captivating. It truly is a place that everyone should experience at least once in their lifetime. The story of Italy is, of course, endless. There are countless more villages to discover, more dishes to taste, and more wonderful people to meet. This has been just a small taste, a little aperitivo to whet your appetite for your own Italian adventure. Perhaps this has inspired you to plan your own trip, to create your own memories, and to fall in love with the in your own way. There is nothing I would love more. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. Italy is a chapter you will want to read again and again. If you have enjoyed our time together, I would be simply thrilled if you would connect with me further. You can subscribe to my newsletter for more stories and travel inspiration, or give this post a little like to let me know you were here. Your support means the world to me and allows me to continue sharing these journeys. Until our next adventure, I wish you all the joy and beauty in the world, my darlings. Not goodbye, but until we meet again.